All right, so you have been trying and trying. You are now ready to take your Certiport exam. Make sure you've got everything together. Make sure that you have logged in to Certiport and made sure you know the username and password. Then log out of Certiport and close all other windows on your computer. You should have no programs open except the single browser that will take you to your exam, or if you are taking the exam live, the Certiport Exam interface. Put away all your electronic devices. I realize that in a virtual remote testing environment, that may be difficult for you, and we have no way of monitoring it, but I guarantee that it will be to your detriment and cause you personally some issues if you've got your electronic devices there. For the next 60 minutes, no one needs to get hold of you. Okay, so if you are doing the exam from home, your link is not going to be active until the start of the exam session. If you follow it, it will take you to a login and say it's not available. So just be prepared for it, and as soon as it is time for the exam to begin, click the link again. Now sometimes the proctor may not have started the room yet. The link to start the room is not actually available to the proctor until 5 minutes before the exam. So please be patient. You will get your full testing time. Okay. Log in. The login for Certiport should be up. If you followed the link for a remote exam, you'll be looking at a virtual Windows screen. It should have a notepad on it where you can make comments to the proctor. Don't guarantee that works well. Best if you have some communication with your proctor in some other way, which unfortunately goes back to that mobile device I told you to put away, but this would be an acceptable use for it. Log in. What exam are you taking? You are taking Microsoft Office. You need to accept the non-disclosure agreement. And if the browser pops up, you'll need to close the browser if necessary. Okay. If necessary, you might need to log back into Certiport. Now at this point, let me go back to the top with a login. If you do not remember your Certiport login information, you are the only one that can do anything about it. So you need to make sure that you've got that settled before you begin the exam, and there are ways to reset your Certiport information. I already went over that in the other. All right, so you want to select the Microsoft particular program on there. Now, most of you are taking the core exam. If you've passed the core exam and you think you're a hot shot, which some of you are, go for expert. You're taking this, most of you, under the site license, so you choose no voucher. If you have already purchased a voucher on your own, and that is a separate question, contact your instructor or me, Bennis. I'll talk you through it. But contact me before the exam, not during the exam. Okay? If you are given an exam group, if it's already registered in Certiport, you've got it on the drop-down box. If it's not already in Certiport, then you can type it in. Now click Continue. It asks you to verify the information above, your name, address, etc. You cannot change your name at this point, but you can change your address if necessary. Now, the proctor is going to verify that you've got the correct exam and the exam group if it's used. If you're doing an exams from home, the proctor may have no clue. So this is going to be on you that you have entered the correct exam. And please don't take expert if you haven't passed the core exam. You will fail it. And then the proctor is going to check the box that says I've verified the candidate's ID. That means you might actually have to show your student ID to the proctor if you're live. Otherwise, it's being verified by your student email. That's why you had to give your student email, and you've got a link that was sent to your student email. Now, after that, the proctor is going to check the box. They're going to enter the proctor username. They're going to enter the proctor password. And then they're going to let you click continue. And you begin. Or they may click continue for you. The first thing that it does is it goes over some basic, this is the way you take the test. If I can, I'm going to get a preview of what the test looks like and put another video up here for you. Now, when you are done, remember, you're going to see 5 to 7 different files with instructions on how to complete the tasks for that file. If you mess up, it could mess up a future step, but don't overstress that, because you can come back. If you've got time, come back and try it again. You need to just work consistently, work quickly. If you have too much trouble with one step, skip it. And you'll be able to come back at the end. When you have finished with a particular file, you want to click to submit for grading, and then it will go to the next one. When you are at the very end, you will be able to review all of them. And at that point, you can go back, and for each project, you can go back and you can review it, and right up until the point where you run out of time. And then it will submit for you. If you have any difficulties with your exam, you need to contact your proctor immediately. All right? Now, so when you're done, you're going to log out, and if you're on a virtual machine, you're going to close the browser. If you're on a live machine, you're going to reboot the computer. And the next thing you want to do is log into Certiport and look at your results. Now, it does show it to you at the end of the exam, but especially you want to look and see what areas you were strong in, what areas you need to work harder in. Now, you need a 700 to pass, and I don't think you're going to have any problems with it. But still, look and see, here's what I'm good at, here's what I'm not so good at, and here's what I intend to do better. So you're going to log into Certiport, and you're going to go to My Transcript. You're going to click on the name of the exam, and you're going to view your results. If you need to retake it, tisk tisk, contact your instructor and make arrangements. Now, this may or may not be something that will count towards your score for the school. It depends instructor to instructor. A retake probably will not be able to count to your grades for the school, but it still absolutely counts to yourself and your future certification. Now, do remember, there are some people that have taken, especially the expert exam, many times before they pass. Also remember that if you did pass, again, focus where you need to, because for Word, for PowerPoint, and for Excel, there is a competition involved. And if you are good, which pretty much means did you make 100 on it, 1,000 points. If you are good, if you are fast, you are entered into the competition, and I want to see somebody go there. So, good luck. Shh, be quiet and think of the people around you.